Hi all. The analytical community is in touch with you GURU.Markets. Thank you very much for helping our project. All forms of help can be viewed in the description of this video. We will compare the main fundamental indicators of the company Chewy Inc. CHWY, ticker CHWY. This review is based on current data as of July 2, 2024. According to Classification Guru.Markets Corporation, Chewy Inc. CHWY belongs to the subcategory Pets. 17 companies take part in the assessment. This is quite representative. We start with summary data for the company. If necessary, you can put a stop. We invite you to study all the corporation's indicators more thoroughly. Access to the database with the classification of company tickers is free and free. Thank you for your repost and other help. It helps the work extremely. So, let's begin. Market capitalization of the company Chewy Inc. valued at $11.09 billion. With a subcategory market capitalization of $105 billion. Chewy Inc. accounts for a share of 10.603% and is one of the large companies in the subcategory. The company's balance sheet capitalization is $0.61 billion. The subcategory's balance sheet capitalization is $11 billion. Chewy Inc. constitutes a share of 5.773%. Comparing the shares of stock exchange and balance sheet capitalization, we see the following. Occupied share Chewy Inc. in the subcategory in case of market value assessment is 10.603%. The book value is 5.773%, which is 46% less than the share of the exchange value. Assessment of the company's share of market and balance sheet capitalization of the subcategory. Bad, -1 point. Overall company assessment Chewy Inc. CHWY will be demonstrated at the very end of the video. Please review the progress of the analysis in full. The organization's debt obligations amount to $0.525 billion. Financial liabilities to balance sheet capitalization account for 86.1% of the company's capital. Rating for the company's debt level, tolerable, 0 points. The company's market value to earnings ratio is 131.8. The subcategory average of 81.3 is 38% higher than the subcategory average. An assessment of the company's stock price to its profit in comparison with the subcategory. Bad, -1 point. Profit for the last 12 months was $84 million. Forward earnings for the coming 12 months are tentatively expected to be $120 million, which is 42.4% more than the current figure. Assessment of projected future profits in comparison with companies in the subcategory. Good, 0.5 points. The company's price-to-revenue balance corresponds to 1. The subcategory average of 2.8 is 64% lower than the subcategory average. Evaluation of market value to revenue ratios in comparison with indicators in the subcategory. Good, 1 point. Revenue for the last 12 months was $11,240 million. Projected revenue for the coming 12 months is tentatively expected to be $16,000 million. This is 42% more than currently. An assessment of the projected future sales indicator in comparison with the indicators in the subcategory. Good, 0.5 points. The margin is 0.8%, with an average in the subcategory of 3.5%. The difference between the subcategory average and the company's performance is 2.7%. Profitability assessment in comparison with the indicators of companies in the subcategory. Tolerable, 0 points. The company's share by number of employees in the subcategory is 22.503%. This is a 112% increase in market capitalization share. And this fact shows the discrepancy between the current exchange value of the organization Chewy Inc. CHWY, most likely towards underestimation. The amount of capital per company employee is $613,000. Whereas in the subcategory $1,300,000. The difference between the subcategory average and the company's performance is 52.8%. Estimation of the amount of capital per employee in comparison with indicators in the subcategory. Good, 0.5 points. The amount of profit per employee is $4,700. Average in the subcategory, $16,000. The difference between the subcategory average and the company's performance is 71%. Estimation of profit per employee in comparison with indicators in the subcategory. Tolerable, 0 points. The company's revenue per employee is $621,000. By subcategory $458,000. The difference between the subcategory average and the company's performance is 36%. Estimation of the volume of revenue for each employee of the company in comparison with the indicators of companies in the subcategory. Good, 0.5 points. Short shares are 14.9%, with the subcategory average being 10%. This is an indicator of the risk of a short squeeze. Indicator RSI, 14, shows a level of 57% for the company Chewy Inc. CHWY. Whereas in the subcategory this level is 51%. Potentially, the securities of the subcategory are valued approximately the same as the company's shares Chewy Inc. Comparing the movement of a company's stock price Chewy Inc. and subcategory companies. We see that over the past 12 months the company's shares Chewy Inc. CHWY showed a change of -34.2%. Against price changes in the subcategory -5.3%. This clearly does not indicate anything, but you need to take this fact into account. The overall result is as follows: 1 out of 10 points. The average result for the subcategory is 0.2 points. If you look very broadly, within the entire stock market as a whole, we can see that the average score for the entire market as a whole is 0.4 points. Against a score of 1 point for Chewy Inc. CHWY. Let's look at the table of orders. It is available to you. A link to it is in the pinned comment. The order table contains absolutely all publicly made decisions by the stock valuation reference system GURU.Markets. Access to the order table is absolutely free and open. Link in pinned comment. As a result of the analysis of the company's shares Chewy Inc. Information and Reference Assessment System GURU.Markets, the following decision was made. Do not open an order because Chewy Inc. CHWY, not the most undervalued company in the subcategory. Thank you to the public for watching this video and for using the information system GURU.Markets. You truly are the best audience.